Dear students, today we will discuss replacement model, introduction, theory and application. So let's start. So let's begin with the introduction. Replacement theory in operation research is used in the decision-making process of replacing a used equipment or item with a substitute. Thus, in those situations, there is need to formulate a replacement policy to determine the time or age at which replacement of the given equipment is most economical, taking into consideration of all the alternatives. Replacement may be necessary due to the deteriorating property or failure or breakdown of a particular equipments or items. Replacement problem rises due to number 1, items or equipment that deteriorate with the time, for example, machine tools, vehicles, other equipment, etc. Number 2, items or equipments becoming out of date due to the new development, like mobile phones. Third one, items or equipment which do not deteriorate but fail completely after certain period of time. Electrical, electronics part, like electrical equipments, like bulb, electronics part, etc. Fourth one, the existing working staff in an organization that gradually decreases due to death or retirement. In that case also, staff replacement is required. So those are the problem basically in the replacement model. They discuss about the replaceable model. So before going to details about the replacement model, let's try to understand types of failure for equipments and items. Number 1 is gradual failure or sudden failure. So gradual failure, it is progressive in nature. As the life of the equipment increases, its operational efficiency decreases. This is result in A, increases in running costs, that is repairing, maintenance, operating costs, etc. Decreased in productivity, decrease in resale or scrap value. Examples are machine, vehicles, tire, tubes, etc. So sudden failure. Sometimes some items do not deteriorate with the time. They give the desired level of service for some period of time, after which they fail. The period of desired service is not constant, but it follows some frequency distributions, like progressive, retrogressive, or random in nature. So let's talk about progressive failure. If the probability of failure of an item increases with increase in its life, then such type of failure is called progressive. This one, the probability, this is the life. So life increases, probability of failure increases, life increases. So example are electric bulb, tube, etc. Let's talk about retrogressive failure. If the probability of a failure of an item is more in beginning but decreases with the life of an item, then such failure is called retrogressive failure. So here probability decreases, the failure life of the increases, where probability of failure is also decreases. So initially it may fail, but after some time, after running, it may not fail. So those things are you will find in automobile. When you buy automobile, suddenly you find some failure in gearbox. So those come under this category. Next one is random failure. It is the probability of the failure of an item is due to random causes such as physical shock, irrespective of its age. Then such failure is called random failure. In random failure, what happens? suddenly some failure occur due to some mechanical snap, some electrical equipments like electronics equipments in a TV suddenly break down. So those come under this category. So your replacement model basically divided into two categories. This is number one, replacement of an item which deteriorate and whose maintenance cost increases with time. Another one, replacement of an item that fails completely and suddenly. So under this replacement of item which deteriorate and whose maintenance cost increases with time, you will divide it into two categories, where without change in money value and with the change in money value. And here with the change in money value meaning is that suppose in every year your value of your money has been changed. The present value of 1000 in a year, suppose 2020, it may not be same in 2022, and if you consider that is come under with change in money value or without change in money value. So this is more practical. So let's talk about this one, replacement of an item that falls completely and suddenly. So that again divided into two categories. This is individual replacement policy or group replacement policy. So in the next video we discuss problem based on these two. Thank you. Hope you understand the theory. Stay safe.